Welcome to Inner Mongolia in April, a season renowned for extreme dryness, sandstorms, drought, and gale force winds. Usually, this is a region most visited in the vibrant summer and autumn months, where this region holds endless grasslands, beautiful nomadic culture, and big blue skies. Despite warnings from multiple people who had actually been here before that this was not a good time of year to visit, I thought, let's give it a go. And well, here's a snippet.
After checking into our cement yurt, it looks like maybe we were scammed. That dust gets blown under the door of the hotel. The pipes are frozen, so we can't have a shower. Came in, the toilet was full of someone's shit.
With that said, it wasn't all gloomy. We explored statues of Genghis Khan, joined a pyramid scheme, and ate subpar food. All before signing a contract with a tour company that would be a later issue. But this journey starts in Osaka, Japan, on a flight to Hohhot, the capital of Inner Mongolia. Let's go.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. Xing's back again, and this time we're in tropical Inner Mongolia. It's spring here, and we're in the city of Hohhot. The Chinese name for Hohhot is Hohhot. The first impressions of Hohhot is it's just like many other Chinese megacities. There's over 3 million people here, and the infrastructure is grand. There's a big bridge here. There's cars everywhere. Now, one more interesting fact is, although the Mongol ethnic group only make up about 9% of the population here, if you took all... He's just letting you know where he's going. If you took all the ethnic Mongols from Inner Mongolia, it would actually be the same amount of people that inhabit the whole of the country of Mongolia. And that's because China's got about 1 billion people and Mongolia's only got about 3 million, to my knowledge, which is crazy to think about. In China, they'll just hang up a megaphone outside their store yelling what they're selling. So many street side fruit vendors.
50 cents. Should we get more?
Yeah.
再加
加3个。
加3个。
谢谢。
20。
20 yuan. That's about $4 Australian. This really has got to be the most convenient way to get around. So that was just a little 13-minute ride from the city out here to Genghis Khan Park, and that cost about 60 cents. 60 cents on this guy right here. I can see him right through there. There's a big Chinese flag, and then the man himself on the horse. That's an insane scenery through there. It's a really crazy place, and I'd really recommend coming here if you have any interest in this sort of thing. I appreciate a lot of people couldn't give two shits about this sort of thing, but China's a cool place. And it's funny, we're in Japan yesterday, and there you've just got everyone's... This is not a knock on China, this is what I like about China. Japan, it's all very neat, polite, tidy, don't step on your toes. China, if you're in the way, someone's going to physically push you out of the way. And it's out of love. Here is Genghis Khan Square Station. That is very Mongolian. Square. We've made it to the statue of the man. And the reason why he's important is there would be no Inner Mongolia if it wasn't for this man. Call him a tyrant. Perhaps Xing's great-great-grandfather. That might be. I just rode off that step. I just rode off that step. This statue must be 20 meters high. Genghis Khan. Oh, where's my head? Genghis Khan. Got it written in Mongol, Chinese, and English. Now, Genghis Khan didn't actually do too much in this specific area. His empire was pretty massive. It was actually a few generations later, Altan Khan, who is said to be one of his disciples, his name translating to son. I think Altan is son in Mongolian. I'm working hard on my Chinese. Mongolian is another story. But yeah. Goodbye, Chinggis. It was great to meet you.
You invite you to have a taste.
Oh, 谢谢. This is what happens in China. Xing asked for a foot massage at this place, and we've been invited to try some of the food. They're selling this one-pot cooker machine. Hopefully it makes sense. But
你要自己动手弄一下吗？看看姑娘。可以啊。可以哈。
she's asking, we're going to have a look. Speaks perfect English.
Wait a minute.
That's the machine.
Beautiful cuisines. It's Chinese hospitality. They just bring you straight in. No questions asked.
Scrambled eggs at the machine.
Come, try it yourself.
Oh, okay.
That's my cooking right there.
Oh. Promise this is not a sponsored ad. How to? The hospitality is off the charts. Yes. 我喜欢面包。
Welcome you tomorrow afternoon.
Don't know how to break down that experience. What started with Xing inquiring at maybe a foot massage place ended up being roped into a Chinese Tupperware cellar. Windstorm tomorrow as well. But yeah, so got roped into seeing Chinese pyramid scheme, I guess. But the thing is, a pyramid scheme with a great product. That was a great product. Maybe not such a bad pyramid scheme. Carbon neutral cooker. 5-year-olds could make pizza was a quote. But really nice people. That's the hospitality you should come to expect in China. That was what a heartwarming experience. 谢谢。
I was in the biggest land when I tried it last time we went to Mongolia.
last time we were in Inner Mongolia for one day. Xing drank this and did not like it. It is salty milk tea. Salty and buttery milk tea. Very staple Mongolian drink. Milk tea. It's lighter than last time.
Yeah, it literally tastes like an English breakfast cooked with bones.
Yes.
And meat.
Good way to put it.
And butter.
Butter, English tea and milk cooked with bones.
Really?
Only in China, Xing was going to order lamb. She was craving lamb. But then they put this picture up in the restaurant. And now oh no, the waterworks are coming. Mongolian food has the reputation for being, for lack of a better word, horrible. For different palates, but we'll give it a go. The lamb is very good. This, however, is... yeah. I'd drink it for function. It must be good for function. But palate-wise, yiban. Food is here. Food is here. We still got baozi to come, but we got yang roll lamb. And with the lamb, you dip it in this sauce with coriander, vinegar, chilies. Yeah, I think that's a Chinese sort of variation. Cooking the lamb is very much Mongolian, but I believe they more roast it with stones and things like that. Eat a whole roasted lamb. That's out there. And then this is actually camel meat. So lots of chameaux, deserts in the area. Xing's shaking her head. She doesn't think it's actually camel meat. Oh, she's saying this lamb is wow, not good. Ow, hot. Let's try the camel meat. Camel meat and bread. Hard to get a flavour from that bite. It's mixed with this sort of dilly type herb. Never had camel before. Just tastes like a dark meat. Just tastes like a dark meat. Also, one more thing we got is some camel meat baozi, or lamb meat. Actually, it's lamb. Again, same sort of dilly herb that they mix the camel meat with, and it's not bad. Again, mix of Mongolian and Chinese cuisine. Not bad. Unfortunately, it was not the best meal in the world. There's nothing quite like lining your stomach with the butter, salty milk tea, and then eating some subpar meats. I do like the decor in here, I must say that. I'm a bit of a sucker for some Mongolian decor. So walking off that meal a little bit, we've come to kind of like the main, well, one of the main areas here. There's a big auditorium here where there's songs and events and things like that. And as you know, Chinese cities are beautiful. They've got all these lights. I mean, it means there's a lot of light pollution, so you can't see any stars or anything like that. But maybe when we get out into the grasslands tomorrow, maybe we can see some stars. But it's really pretty. Really pretty. You'll go from seeing people hoiking on the floor, sleeping on motorbikes, and then you'll come out here and you just got this modern skyline. Alright, and as I unlock this moped to go back to the hotel, marks the end of the day on Hohhot. Hohhot. Pretty good day. Got to see some monuments I was really excited to see and really wanted to see. I don't think this will be a standalone video by itself. I think I'm going to tack on tomorrow's adventure to it. How successful it will be, who knows. But yeah, it's from a city in Inner Mongolia I've been fascinated with for a long time. I'd say it lived up to the expectations. Have a good sleep. See you tomorrow. Good morning from inside the hotel room in Hohhot. It's a little bit of a late rising, but today the goal is to get to the Grassland. It's about 9:50 right now, so we're a little bit behind schedule. We got to order a 2-hour taxi to drive out there, and not even really sure if it's open, but we'll see. We'll see. The goal is to go out there, ride some horses. From all accounts, it's a bit of a touristy area, but yeah, we can stay in a fake yurt and get a sense of Mongolian life, old Mongolian life. So let's do it. Let's get organized and let's go.
After approaching our hotel saying we want to go to the grasslands, they promptly put us in contact with the tour agency they recommended. 10 minutes later, this lovely lady emerged for price negotiations, and we signed a contract that would take our precious little lives away.
And after some contract negotiations, we're on our way to the Grasslands. 2 lovely tour guides show up, and after you negotiate the price, I'll take you to the Grasslands, go and ride some horses, see some Mongolian culture, and get out onto the steppe. So we've got about a 2-hour journey, about 100 kilometers to drive towards Mongolia and get to the plateau. Xing's starving. Absolutely hilarious. Let's go. We're staying in a yurt tonight. I'm a happy man.
Our time with the lovely ladies was short. We were handed over to the company driver to begin the journey. The landscape was what I desired. Barren, dusty mountains, space as far as the eye can see, Mongolian-style houses and murals, and some very light wind.
There's so much wind out here. We're finally getting out of the villages, reaching the steppe, Mongolian steppe. It's barely nothing for thousands of kilometers. Very windy. Full sandstorm. Alright, so basically massive windstorm, only going to get worse from now. We are waiting at the entrance. You can see there's all these little yurts through here. It's like a little tourism area. It's horses and things like that. And yeah, in summer when there's been rain, this whole area is grass and beautiful, but we don't plan our trip that well. We are here in the windy season, Dafong. So we're gonna go and brave it and see how we go. So let's go.
Oh, I got so but let's just go photo.
Yes. We got horses. This is only a situation that I would get us in. You can see why I know Mongolian people are nomadic, because you get weather conditions like this in autumn. Is absolutely barren, harsh, cold, windy. The reason why it gets like this is there is, oh my god, absolutely nothing to break up the wind for hundreds of thousands of square kilometers. And yeah, it's a crazy landscape. I'm getting really cold. Our yurt is in there, which we'll probably have to spend most of the time in. Lights up a cigarette inside because you can't smoke outside at the moment, it's too windy. Sand in the teeth.
晚饭是6点，就这儿这个大刀。哦。那到时候就我过来打这。好了。啊。现在6 PM。OK。帮助啊。好了，谢谢。
Oh my god, your face is covered in dust.
Is it? Oh my god, your eyeballs has so much shit. Ah, that's so scary to look at. Dude, look at the door.
So the dust blows under the door.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
So after checking into our cement yurt, looks like maybe we were scammed. I feel like she knew that this wind is not an inhabitable thing to... Oh, this you can't even see outside. It looks like it's raining. And the wind is so strong, it's blowing 80 kilometers an hour gusts. That dust gets blown under the door of the hotel, and every time there's a gust, it kicks up all this dirt, and then you should sleep in the bed there and inhale the dirt all night long. The pipes are frozen, so we can't have a shower as well. So, you know, all for an experience, but yeah, I think this is probably maybe an experience not worth having, sleeping in here overnight. But it's a yurt. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to see what we can do and how receptive they are to requests of change. Also, when we came in, the toilet was full of someone's shit. You'd freshly check into it and it's full of poo. Alright.
And just like that, after checking in, we were out of there. This sandstorm was going to last at least 48 hours, and there was absolutely no chance of us riding horses, enjoying the stay, or doing anything outdoors. So given that, we decided to get out of there while we still could, because the visibility was very bad. And you can see by that power pole that was just blown over, the wind was no joke. So let's get back into the rest of the story.
Hello. From inside the yurt. Not quite. It's about 12 hours later, and I've skipped ahead because the only way to sum up the last 12 hours is with a little bit of a recap with some clips put in, some voiceover. This is not Inner Mongolia anymore. This is the Shanxi province. It's another new province. This is the city of Taiyuan. Taiyuan. Historical city, 4 million people here. Another city that probably never heard of. But yeah, there was a big windstorm yesterday, so we had to sort of get out of Inner Mongolia. So we got a 4-hour high-speed trade down, but that's beside the point. So basically what happened was we, as you would have seen the clips in the car, we got with the tour guide, agreed on a price. They sent us up into the grasslands. Bucket list item of mine in particular. Always wanted that. Dream. My dream. We got out there and then we got to the yurt, and you would have seen the clips. Pretty horrific conditions. Couldn't ride horses, no way. You could barely stand up or breathe from the dust storm. The yurt was full of sand and dust. The wind was blowing it up under the door. The toilet was blocked with shit, even though the room was meant to be fully clean. The pipes were frozen, so there was no water. But they said, don't worry, there's a bucket of water to wash yourself. And again, I love hiking and camping and staying in the, you know, wilderness or whatever, but that was not an authentic experience. Not that I was really expecting one, but I didn't really expect that. And two, it was just a bit of a rip-off. So we ultimately decided, like, we can't stay there. I've got bad asthma, the dust in the air, terrible. So Xing took the reins and stamped her foot down with her excellent fluent Chinese, and I sat in the background like the timid man I am. She basically said, this is not happening. We can't stay here. We need to go back. They said, what if we give you an extra hotel, a new place to stay? And we said, look outside. Look outside. This is inhospitable conditions. Anyway, reluctantly, they back and forth. They decide, let's get out of here. We drive back, see the clip. The conditions were terrible, but we do the 2-hour drive back. And then basically we're saying we kind of want a refund. We say we're happy to pay the driver, we're happy to pay for what we got, but we're not paying for that room, and we're not paying for the supposed, we're supposed to get like this cultural welcoming and all this other stuff in the contract, which was in Chinese, and unfortunately neither of us can read Chinese. So they say, we're not going to drop you at the hotel, you need to come to the office, the headquarters, where the boss man is. The boss man. Here's the boss man. Look at him. Anyway, so we go in and there's like 7 people in there. Lady's got her kids, everyone's smoking inside. The driver's there. So we sit down and then they're all sort of like, you know, just asking questions. Basically trying to make us feel like we were in the wrong when we sat down with them and we said, hello, we want to go to the grasslands today. We want to ride horses. We want to have a Mongolian experience. And she's saying, koya, 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 megwanshi. You can do that, no problem, no problem. Anyway, then when we got there, we were saying, you know, you can't do that. And she was like, the lady said, but people love to go out and see the sandstorms. And then Xing said to her, would you send your child there? And she couldn't answer that question. Her child was sitting in the room. She couldn't look her in the eyes. Anyway, so then here comes the boss man. He sits down, he's making tea. He's a very interesting man. Anyway, he basically says, I'll refund you 100 yuan, which is $20 of the over $250 that we spent. And I have broken Chinese, so I didn't quite understand that, but Xing said, no way. He basically says, if you go out on the street, you're going to get beat up. You don't know how it works here. To that we said, whoa, let's get out of here. So we go and then we leave and we're going to get a taxi. We got all our bags, and then the ladies that organized it follow us out there and say, we'll give you the whole thing back. And at this point, Xing had stood up on heroically, we don't want their money. So we get in the taxi and we leave. And then we debrief with the taxi driver. If you ever have a problem in China and you need to get something off your mind, the best therapists are Chinese taxi drivers. They will always be a listening ear. And he said, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. The police are cracking down on this sort of thing in China. China hates corruption. And I would say this was corruption to some extent. There's a number you can call. We called them. That'll be it. They'll be investigated, so hopefully they don't do it to the next person. But yeah, summary of that is Inner Mongolia, don't get me wrong, beautiful place, really great place to come. And there's a world where the weather was better, and we go out there and we have a really great time. But the thing is, no matter where you are in the world, there might be people that might want to extort you for your money. Okay? This was not the most outrageous thing that could have happened, but it happened. And that's fine. Doesn't change the perception of China, doesn't change my perception of Inner Mongolia. I will be back to see the grasslands and stay in a yurt and see proper Mongolian culture. Because unfortunately, there's a few gimmicks around, but that's okay. All right, I think that's where we're gonna leave this video. Thanks for watching this video. Bit of a weird one, very mixed match, not the best filmed, but I think it was, hopefully it gives a great idea of what the experience was like. Thank you if you watched all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next adventure here in China.